Session 1. Software license. This session discusses the different types of software licenses and their uses. It starts with learning the definition of a license, including its general types. The next part of this session focuses on the new GPL license, which is the one used by the software GIMP. After that, students are introduced to the artwork collection, a project that will involve every skill that the students have learned through all the discussions. 2 of images that they can manipulate later in this guidebook. Students are tasked to collect photographs. Assignment 1. Software and software license. Assignment 2. The open source license and the new GPL. Assignment 3. The artwork collection project. Assignment 4. Collection of photos. Assignment 1. Software and software license. Learn about the meaning of a software license and its different types in this assignment. Definition of a computer software. You can think of computer software as a list of instructions or a detailed command on how a computer would work. Computer software has 2 types: the system software and the application software. System software. It is the software that makes the hardware conduct the necessary processes for the computer to run. The computer hardware pertains to the physical components that make the computer, such as the monitor, mouse, and the keyboard. Aside from enabling the hardware to work, system software also enables the application software to run. Examples: Windows operating system, OS, Mac OS, Linux. Application software is the type of software that enables the user to perform desired, specific tasks. Examples: Microsoft Office, Google Chrome, antivirus. It is often easier to describe computer hardware since it can be seen physically. The mouse, keyboard, and the monitor are some examples. When it comes to computer software, it has no physical appearance as that of hardware. You might have seen a computer software but wasn't able to recognize it as it is because if you look at computer software, you would see that it is built upon codes that were made by programmers. Through the advancements in technology, numerous software has been developed to improve the use of computers. With this, the guidelines on how to properly use a software gave birth to the software licenses. Software license. A software license is a legal document consisting of guidelines or conditions about the proper use of the software. A license also gives you the permission or right to use the software. It also defines the extent of software distribution. You can think of the license as renting, and not buying, a house, where you're subject to rules. There are reasons why a software license is important. It enables the owners to define the extent of use or the permission of use to the users. Using software without a license is clearly a crime because it is stealing. Software licenses have different types that can fit different customers. This can save resources since different license types have different pricing. Individuals, schools, and offices benefit from this. A software with license gives access to important features such as technical support for the creators of the software. A license ensures that the payment for their product is protected. As mentioned before, different license types cater to different customers. In the following discussion, license types will be discussed. General types of software license. Open source. It is the type of license that first came to existence. This software license type allows users to use for free, modify or change the source code of the software to fix any problem or to enhance the software's capability. In this license, you can also distribute the software under several criteria of distribution. including the original and modified source code, are made available. Proprietary. In this license type, the source code is not available to users and only the software creators can modify it. This is the reason why proprietary license has also been called a closed source license. This is not free to use, unlike the open source license. This license limits the use of the users according to a set of guidelines. Distribution of software with this type of license has conditions. Assignment 2. The open source licenses and the new GPL. Types of open source licenses. As mentioned before, this type of license gives users the freedom to use, modify, and distribute the software under specific conditions. These conditions depend on the type of the open source license a software has. Copyleft. Copyleft is a license type which keeps open source software remain as open source. This happens because this license has a rule that any work derived from software with the copyleft license will also have the same license type. This is the reason why some people call it as viral, because even if the used part is small, if it is the copyleft license, the whole project will be under copyleft. Permissive. The permissive license is another type of open source software which also allows users to freely use, modify, and distribute the software. However, this license type is less strict than copyleft because it allows people who modify software to distribute it with or without the need to make it under the same license as it was. It means that you can choose not to make the source code available when distributing the software. The new general public license. The new GPL is one of the most, if not the most, common type of open source software license aiming to make software available for free. Unlike in the proprietary license, a software under this license type can be used, modified, and distributed. The GPL is under the copyleft license, which means that any work derived from software of this license type will also be licensed as GPL. This means that if you created a work based on another with a GPL, then your work will also fall under the GPL if you chose to distribute your work. Every modification you have done will be made available to everyone. People can also modify and redistribute your work. Assignment 3. The Artwork Collection Project. One required output of this guidebook is the creation of the Artwork Collection Project. This project will consist of images edited using the software GIMP. What is the Artwork Collection Project? The Artwork Collection Project is a large canvas that can be displayed when printed on a tarpaulin of the desired size. It will contain all the edited images for each of the tools of the photo manipulation software GIMP. Here is an example of the Artwork Collection Project. Images. Assignment 4. Collection of photos. The power of photo editing can bring a picture to a whole new level, but it can only do so much. Having a nicely taken picture is still one of the best ways to make a photograph look beautiful. To prepare for the image editing sessions, you can take several photographs of any image model that you think will be of great help with you. However, it is advisable to start with the simple ones first. Once your skill improves, you can practice using more advanced models. Here is the list of the sample photos you can take. Select photos with